The Stars of Tennis Balls by Stephen Fry. I listened to this on audiobook, just recently released by Penguin, and it is also narrated by the author himself. This is actually a novel that's been around since 2004, so it's quite interesting how relevant it still is in 2021 when I picked it up, and it's accompanied me yet again on my COVID walks, as we are still in semi-lockdown. It's a great story that's kind of a modern interpretation of The Count of Monte Cristo. You don't necessarily need to know that, because this is a book that can be read at a very simple level, so for the pleasure of just having a good story. But you can also look at the literary references that are peppered throughout the text, and the astute among you will of course know that the title is taken from the Duchess of Malfi. This is the story of Ned Maddstone, who is in his Oxbridge year, so he's about 17, 18, with a certain future, going to Oxford as his next stage in life. He is the son of a Tory MP, and everything looks pretty glowing for him. He is a guileless Tory toff himself, but quite sweet with it. He is dating Portia, who is the daughter of left-wing trendies, and so already Stephen Fry is tinkering there with class and with politics, and he does it with a very astute hand. Ned is on a boat, a school trip. The skipper of the school boat is dying, and he hands Ned a secret missive that he has to deliver in secret to somebody in London, and that's where that bit of the story ends for the moment. He has a group of friends, amongst whom is Ashley Garson, anyway, some double-barreled name, who's also at school with him, but has he's come from the wrong side of the tracks, as it were, and he has a bit of a chip on his shoulder. But Ned is really nice to him, gets him a job with his dad, but he is not kindly repaid for that. So there's a group of friends who really aren't friends to Ned, who set him up. It's a jape, and it all goes terribly wrong, and then is compounded, and Ned is incarcerated unexpectedly for quite some time. So this is really a vehicle for Stephen Fry to play around with politics and class, as I've said. He also looks at mental health. He looks at the corruption of money, and what you see is often not what you get with people. He delves into the world of computers, and it's really impressive. And it is a nicely put together story, told actually by a master story, a picaresque journey through one person's life. It has humour, it has some very dark sides, and I was really nicely surprised how engaging it was. So I think a really nice book to pick up.